Because your trusted correspondent here is such an empathetic, fair-minded sort, I can understand the mixed emotions about the new construction across the street from the Globe. The not-so-old place harbors most of the Rangers' fondest memories. Just the same, the new digs should be cool, especially come July. No matter which side you take in the big picture, though, this much seems unequivocal: if there's so much as a possibility of fake grass over gods, they might as well stop hammering. In case you missed it, Rangers officials invited a couple dozen fans to a little get-together recently to view the construction and take questions. As the Morning News' Evan Grant noted, an inquiry about real or fake grass didn't come up right away. Makes you think it was a bunch of ringers. Eventually, though, an intrepid soul got to the point. Bob Matwick, Executive Vice President of Project Development as well as an all-around swell guy, told the crowd they were considering both options. The only reason we are studying turf, Matwick added, is that there have been some real advancements in it, some real advancements in artificial intelligence, too, but I'm not ready to date any. Forgive the proselytizing, but God's grass remains superior to man's plastic in just about every way imaginable. If the great umpire wanted us to play baseball on turf, he'd have made us less sensitive to carpet burns and the smell of rubber. We call our baseball parks cathedrals because the bucolic setting girds us for the fire and brimstone often on display, particularly this season. Let me ask, does your church or synagogue smell like Firestone? Thank you. When we first heard about the possibility of fake grass in the new park, the explanation was that it might be the only recourse. The playing surface will be installed below street level, the story went, and the grass might not grow. Meaning, I suppose, that the sun's rays, like my driver, might come up short. Of course, it's possible I misunderstood the science, which wouldn't be the first time. Everyone knows that it's hard to grow grass indoors. Roy Hopkins found this to be true more than a half-century ago in Houston, when he was building the eighth wonder of the world. The grass died after they whitewashed the Astrodome's glass ceiling. Painting dead grass green proved problematic. Thus sprang artificial turf, not to mention generations of orthopedic surgeons. In this state, anyway, Houston forever seems on the cutting edge of stadium technology, which is why we find Minute Maid Park on its third yard. The first grass they tried was Bermuda, the kind that grows in the cracks of your driveway. Bermuda is as persistent as a telemarketer, but it likes lots of sun. Can't get that with the roof closed most of the summer, so they switched to something called paspalum. Minute Maid is now on its second variety of the same, and by all accounts, the stuff is growing like the national debt. The book on paspalum is that it's a warm-weather grass that performs well in low-light conditions, making it ideal for the Rangers' purposes. So if it's not a question of whether the grass grows under a sunroof, why are they still considering the fake stuff? Before firing up emails and tweets, you should know I'm not against artificial turf in general. The improvements made since the original AstroTurf have been remarkable. It no longer feels like it's been laid over North Central Expressway. It also holds up better than the real stuff when subjected to football. But you only play football once a week. Baseball is every day. Turf exacts a heavy toll on a daily regimen. Speaking of which, if part of the motivation for the new stadium is to attract free agents, you should know baseball players hate it. They hate just standing on it, much less playing on it. So, once again, why are the Rangers considering it? Maybe because it'd be far cheaper and easier to maintain. Maybe because they could host big events and not worry about ruining the field. Maybe because they think they'd be riding a new wave of technology. Maybe because they just don't get it. Consider it a good sign that they're expected to conduct a series of such fan symposiums to gauge their reaction to the possibilities. From the looks of it, they're trying to see how many fans might be offended. If you're invited, speak up. Don't wait for your neighbor. He's probably turfed over his backyard, anyway. And as for that line about dating artificial intelligence, pure metaphor, sweetheart. Like God's grass, you're the real deal.